All right, YouTube, welcome to the channel. Today, I think we're done. All right, way to check. All right, YouTube, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be playing the new Warzone update for Season 4 Reloaded. It's the midway point update that they do every, at the halfway point of the season. Something. We'll go through the patch notes first, and then it'll probably be time to update the game and play. If you're new here, hit the like, hit the sub. Helps us out. Into this as quickly as we can. Let me move this just a peg. This. Warzone Season 4 Reloaded patch. First things first, looks like the Iron Trials isn't going to be starting today. Looks like that starts August 11th, so 2 weeks from now. Okay. All right. Iron Trials, or Titanium Trials, I guess is what they're calling it now. New limited time event features 8 challenges for playing Titanium Trials. Camos, XP tokens. Complete 1 execution. This is just challenges. We won't worry too much about these. You get a top 10 finish, you get the reward. I'll be back, which I guess was gonna. I can't look like. This is the titanium chrome Vanguard weapon camo. Or it looks like the what? Bren. These would be the calling cards. Okay, so you get a top 10 finish. You get this calling card. You win, you get this calling card. And you win twice, you get this calling card. Oh, you win 3 times, you get one of these. That's kind of neat. Maybe this is 4 times. I guess it just keeps stacking, which is kind of cool. A completionist. All right, let's see what else there is. Plenty of rewards. Whoops, we kicked everything on our computer. That's good. 4 additional Titanium Trials victory challenges. Further 3 operator challenges for playing is the T800. If you buy the skins, which I do not plan on doing, you unlock some new challenges. Although this is kind of a cool calling card. All right, what do we got next? Cyberdyne Systems win a Titanium Trials victory. Well, okay, so this is like an example of what you get with the when you win as dressed up as a Terminator. That's kind of neat. What else we got? Kill a Terminator while dressed as a Terminator operator. You get this card. You win 5 times, you get a I'll Be Back player title. Win 10 times. Oh, okay. So it keeps jumping up. Okay, and if you win 20 games, you get this calling card. It's kind of neat. It's cool that they're adding that in. Feels like it gives some incentive to play. And you can get this cool camo. That seems like as close as a ranked mode as we will ever get. Call of Duty. All right. Rebirth of the Dead. That starts today. This is just the original Zombie Royale experience that they had for the very first Halloween event. Players become zombies when they die. Collect antivirals from crates or dead players to redeploy. Last team with a human wins. 10 squads of 4. Let's look quads game. As zombies are eliminated, the infestation meter fills. When it's full, all spectators are returned to play zombies. Then it all starts again. So instead of like the old way zombies did, where if you got wiped, your team was out, it's gonna be new. That's kind of cool. As zombies are eliminated, the infestation meter fills. When it's full, all spectators are returned to play as zombies. Then it all starts again. Match medical supplies, parachuted in. Full. And it's going to be a fog on Rebirth Island. So it'll have some either maybe closer to, it says fog. So it's either going to be like a gassy fog, like with a greenish hue, or it'll be more like probably you remember the ghost event from the second Halloween thing? Boo. Thank you, Dr. Janitor, about that. Not a fan of Terminator or not a fan of Call of Duty? Probably not Call of Duty would be my guess. Golden Vaults have been opened. They're going back to 152 players. Maximum based armor threshold increased to 300 hit points for a total of 400 effective health when fully plated. 100 HP and regeneration. Significantly longer to heal. That part seems like the same. Pepper perk appears more frequently as the game returns with self-revive. Features custom-built thematic loot table. That was the best part of Iron Trials, was that the loot was different. This is the same. This is kind of cool. So we'll have an updated cutscene for when you come in as like the Terminator. That's cool. I don't care that much about this. Known issues. Probably stuff that's not going to get fixed. Or won't get fixed in like a timely manner. The COD hater anymore. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I'll say this. It's gotten better in the last couple weeks. I've definitely enjoyed it more with the new map. The new map's pretty good. But I'll say this, as far as you being a COD hater, you just don't, I don't think you like battle royales that much. Like when they're new, you drop in, we can get a couple wins, it's fun, and then I feel like for you, after about like a month, you're just out on them, which is fine, you know. Like I kind of get it. I definitely enjoy them more, but I kind of get it. You know, did it ever say if this was quads or solos? It doesn't. I wonder if at the top, if we look, it'll let us know if it's quad solos or what. First ground forces go now special event to match. Yeah, this event doesn't seem new. Yeah, this has been going on for about a week. Portable redeploy balloon. This is kind of neat. Be able to walk around with the redeploys and just put them anywhere. It's kind of a cool change. And that looks like it's coming to all modes. Bomber planes back. Again, planes I'm not a fan of. Never seem to work. Never seem to work in the game, so You may buy back. Now money will be used first. No money, they'll replay. Okay. Cool. Gas circle radar size and timings have been rebalanced for faster match paging. So it says the gas circle radar size and timings have been rebalanced. So they've been changed for faster match pacing. So I guess the zones have speeded up, although they don't tell you exactly how long they're going to be. Good decision on their part. Line with current drop, it's on Rebirth Island. Hopefully this means that there's less. Oh, it says reduced. An idiot. Respawn loadouts, updated most weapons, added new ones into the research. Respawn loadouts. Okay, I'm not really sure what that means. We'll just say, all right. So now they're going to give the new car a nitro boost. Fun. Trophy systems. Trophy systems are able to destroy certain field upgrades. Moving forward, the trophy system only affect lethals and tacticals. Field upgrades could knock out. To learn to slide, cancel your balls off, play the game. Okay. Fair, but like, what about the other ones? It's not like, I feel like, for you at least, all of the battle royales, like, they had their time. It's not, not just COD. But I hear what you're saying. Like, it becomes one of those things where things aren't balanced evenly enough where, like, more than one way is acceptable. It's harder to get by with, like, the Dr. Janitor way of doing things where you look at what's good and then you go, maybe if I get this certain item to work this certain way, I do it. Same thing happened in Fortnite with building. I mean, yeah, but that's part of the game. That's part of the, like, that's part of the game. It's a skill issue, Part of the reason I don't play Fortnite. I'd never want to, not that I never want to take the time to learn to build, but just, it doesn't seem worth it at this point, Legendary supply box is Caldera. Legendary Orange supply box spawn rates have been increased on Caldera. Cool. Previous adjustments, this is stuff that's been changed. Important update, this perk. So I would imagine that means they're nerfing Serpentine, which is good. That's a pretty good change. You shouldn't be able to shoot somebody as they're running. Like, shooting somebody as they're running away is not, especially when they're stimming probably too, like, not fun. Big damage increased up to 40, up from 30. Boom. I guess that means even if they have stims, you'll be able to stick them. I don't know. Maybe not. Base weapon for Vanguard Season 1 is unlocked for all players. Base weapons for Vanguard 1 through Season 3 have been unlocked for all players. I guess that means that all of, like, I guess that means all of the stuff that was, like, locked behind challenges is just unlocked. I wonder what the decision making for that was. This would be should be fun. I don't like COD to try super hard. Okay, I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. That's partly on them, man. That's partly on them for, again, not doing the ranked stuff and kind of just, like, putting the game out and not paying enough attention to it. This is nice because I didn't take. That's part of my issue with most of the Vanguard stuff is, like, you spend 75 levels unlocking something, or like unlocking something fully to find out if it's going to be good or not. That's just not a lot of fun. All right, what else we got? New weapons. Vargo S assault rifle. Trading firepower for improved accuracy and fire rate. This rifle excels in medium and long range engagements. Cool. Again, you never know if they'll probably all be busted. Zombie camos from Vanguard are back. Although if you grinded the Vanguard zombies, like, good for you. Redacted Weapons. Vanguard Redacted Weapons made their debut at the launch for it. It had been also included an exclusive redacted gun perk. Yeah, you know what? I always did wonder what like the extra perk on those gold weapons were. Cool. Closing in on 200 with so many to choose from, it can be difficult to know the right choice. When to return. We're rolling out a new feature with some players where select weapons of each category will be flagged as recommended to help guide toward a weapon that is currently performing well within its class. That's kind of an interesting change. Although I think most of the guys that are like serious, you know, I think most people that like play a lot end up looking on like, you know, True Game Data or one of those other sites that tell you like, or they listen to whatever J God says. But this is nice for guys that don't play a lot, I think, more than anything. And like, you know, it helps people come back and be more familiar with the game. Now, granted, you see something recommended and then you end up having to like level it, you know, 50 times and then it's nerfed after that. You know, it's no longer recommended. That's not fun, but well, you know, whatever. This is one I saw earlier. This one kind of seems exciting. Weapon adjustments for assault rifles. Current health of the long-range assault rifle category, not where they like it to be. As it stands, the best performing builds are the ones that result in the least amount of recoil. High time we take a pass at some of the major outliers so that Vanguard assault rifles are less likely to evolve into pinpoint accurate lasers. Pinpoint accurate lasers. It's a very wordy sentence for what they're trying to say. So while some weapons are intentionally made easier to control, they should receive penalties to their damage profile, which we will roll out over time. It doesn't look like everything's changing all at once, but this is a good change. Guns that have harder recoil or aren't as like laser accurate should do more damage. Seems like a no-brainer, kind of easy thing. All right. Assault Rifle Charlie, DGC 30XL, vertical recoil control decreased by 20%. Yeah, 28. Horizontal recoil control decreased to 25. You know, I don't even know what this is, but I'm gonna guess this is maybe the Cooper. Who knows? We look it up. Yeah, I guess we will. That's the decent thing to do. Rifle Charlie. Somebody put it together for us. All right, Assault Rifle Charlie. So that's the BAR. So the BAR getting nerfed. Vertical recoil control decreased. Horizontal recoil to control decreased on these barrels. This magazine. I guess, what is this? The stock for it. Recoil controls the hard scope. Okay. So overall, it looks like on the popular attachments for the BAR, they're nerfing the recoil, which honestly, I don't know that makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, I get the, like, I feel like they've made changes that have just made the BAR better. So maybe they're just making it less recoil. Maybe it'll feel more like an Odin or like the old Odin. That'd be my guess. That's what I'm talking about. What they do. Why do they need a recommended page? Why do you make your game where one thing will dominate? I mean, that's just the nature of games that have online play at this point. You know, that is, in a sense, that's everything, though. So I don't know that that's a fair criticism because, like, games, you know, a game like Smite where, like, there are definitely preferred builds, things like that get you, you know, or League of Legends where there are preferred builds, way of, you know, doing things that get you to a certain damage threshold. Like, that's just anything with like an online multiplayer presence is gonna have that. That'll be fun to watch. I would imagine there's a positive correlation there. Super Carbine. 9mm 60 round drums had the horizontal recoil decreased. So it looks like Cooper also getting nerfed. Assault Rifle Bravo, which is the Intra Burst, had the muzzle velocity increased to negative 10%. I do hate how they write these things. The muzzle velocity increased. Okay. So it is increased to negative 10% because it was negative 20. So maybe the Intra Burst and the buff it needs. NZ41, this is the one everybody was kind of talking about, hoping would be nerfed. Sustained recoil control decreased. Max damage range decreased. Minimum damage decreased. So they basically, and again, you never know because there's things that they've hit. Like, remember the first time they hit the DMR with like the Nerf bat, and then it was just as good. After the patch, took them like 2 patches maybe to knock it down. But this looks like they've beaten this one up. Nikita AVT, which you guys probably remember is the gun that you've picked up on Fortune's Keep just off ground loot, used only then. Movement speed scale increased to 0.87 up from 0.86. ADS movement scale increased from 1.22 up from 1.2. I guess a little bit more movement speed increased here. Recoil control increased to 11 up from 10. Okay. So it looks like they've added some damage range decrease to negative 6. So they look like they've added some mobility, but then kind of hurt and kind of made it maybe better hip fire, better recoil, but also kind of tuned down the like bullet velocity and the damage range. Sub-Zeno, how are you? Fair enough, Dr. Jenner. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I just meant like as far as items. I mean, as far as items, you know, like people will get into their builds and they get pretty standardized. That's where this gun feels like the the QBZ a little bit. As far as like what they're trying to do with it, make it more of like a movement gun, a movement assault rifle, which I don't think really ever worked out for the QBZ, but you know, maybe second time's a charm. I'm good, Zeno. I'm enjoying the day. We got, I think, 26 minutes for this update to drop, and then we'll download it and play it, I guess. AGM 40 is the long, I think, whatever it's called, the long LMG. That is also pretty common ground loot. Max damage range decreased. Mid damage range decreased. So this is getting hit a little bit. Headshot locational damage multiplier decreased. Horizontal recoil control. I'll tell you what, I don't necessarily like that the damage range and the muzzle velocity is changing on both of these guns just because of how often you see them as ground loot. Seems like they spawn as ground loot more often. And I don't necessarily think that they're like the guns people are like grabbing immediately, but whatever. AMAX. Headshot locational damage multiplier increased. A little AMAX buff. Minimum damage increased to 28 up from 24. Maybe we get out the AMAX today. So it looks like they're giving the Modern Warfare guns a little bit of love here. Kilo. Mid damage step removed. Minimum damage increased to 23. This is good if you like the Kilo. Nice to see these guns getting some changes. R83, max damage range increased. This could be good because I don't think the FARA is like a bad gun. Craig, mid damage increased to 26. Headshot looking. These will be fun to. Hey, the M13 even getting a little love. Oh. Volksturmgewehr. How big would you say these changes are? You know, it's hard to say, Zeno. I think it's hard to say because like every time they make changes, you know, guys play and then they're like, this wasn't enough. So And like, in all fairness, most of the times when you make big changes, I don't know that the point should be to like, you know, overdo it on any of them. So we'll see. It's changed. I'll tell you what, the new game modes I'm excited about. I'm excited about the zombie rebirth, and I'm excited about the titanium trials they're gonna do. And they got some cool rewards, which when I get to the bottom of this, we'll go back up and look over those maybe briefly. All right, so this is a gun that I think feels good. So let's see. It's a little buff on the headshots. It's a little buff on capacity. Damage penalty removed. Damage range now decreased by 15. Rate of fire increased. This gun's going to be good. Recoil control decreased. Damage penalty removed. Damage range now decreased. Velocity, damage increase. I think this gun's going to be good. I think this one's going to be good. I think I'm struggling with buffing a weak gun since they usually make it meta until it gets a big nerf. Yeah, they usually make it meta and then they release like a skin for it, Xeno, and then they nerf it. You know, when they've frustrated people enough. Yeah, Volk looks good. Like, and I'll say this: the Volk, as far as ground loot, I thought, to me at least, always felt kind of good. Like, especially when you're just going up against other ground loot. But this rate of fire, like damage penalty removed. This seems like the gun that they like were like, this gun's gonna be good. That's what it seems like to me. So yeah, I agree with you. 100%. The only thing, I mean, maybe like maybe the recoil control is gonna make it ridiculous, but I don't know, especially because you figure the way they've kind of got it set up, you're going to be using it for making less shots to kill. You know, I don't know. Probably not less shots because you can see like the rate of fire increased. So I would say that's probably the biggest change. So it'll probably be more bullets over less times, you know, would be my guess. It looked like they made some kind of, you know, damage range is decreased by 15. So, but it was never like somebody was using it from long range. So yeah, I wouldn't say necessarily less bullets. I would say probably less time. That would be my guess based off of these changes. Submachine guns. All right, let's take a look at these. Armaguera, headshot locational damage scaler decreased. This is getting a little bit of a nerf. Although again, I don't think anybody was going too crazy with this. Let's see what they did to the Blixen. H4 Blixen. Headshot, locational damage multiplier decreased. I don't know if that's huge or not. You know, 0.04. Minimum damage decreased to 27, down from 28. This doesn't look crazy. And this looks like a kind of a light touch here. Probably still be decent. Minimum damage decreased to 28. Headshot load. So it took a little bit of a nerf to the Blix's damage. You know, this feels like one of the changes they make where they're like, we nerf this, and then people use it and they're like, this feels about the same. Marco 5, max damage decreased to 34 down from 36. Mid damage decreased, so it looks like everything got hit by about 2 points in some way. Locational damage multipliers have been removed. The Marco gets hit a little bit. Yeah, exactly. 97. We nerfed this, but not for real. UGR. What is a UGR? Why have I never used that gun? Multiplier increased. Max damage range increased. 39 up from 38. This must have been one of the guns that was released like later on. Unless I'm just completely forgetting what this is, or this UGR stands for something different. Max damage range increased. So whatever this gun is, the UGR, seems like it got better. Submachine gun Delta. I could not tell you what that is. Let's look. So the Uzi getting a little bit of a buff. Minimum damage coming up. The last SMG. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. 97. That makes sense. So the minimum damage on the Uzi getting a little bit of a buff. The neck locational damage multiplier got kind of a big buff. A big change. Submachine gun alpha. We'll take a look at what that is. It's the MP5. The MP5, nice damage range increased. Neck damage multiplier increased. And the only reason I say that like this 1.2 up from 1.01 and this 1.42 up from 1.01 seems like a big change is because if we go back up and look at like, I guess the ones that they've buffed have gone up significantly. Where were the ones that they nerfed? Maybe this is just headshots. So maybe all the next stuff they went up a bit on. Shotguns. Following shotguns, max pellet damage have been increased. There we go. There it is. It took us not too long to find like the big like screw you. Because we know whenever shotguns are good, that's kind of like that's when people get the most frustrated. So the following shotguns max pellet damage have been increased by 26%. And it looks like a couple from each title. This is good. Max pellet damage increased to 25. Racy auto max pellet damage. Yeah, there we go. That's the one thing everybody. That's the one thing. What's up, David? How are you? That's the one thing everybody kind of like is always pushing for is to make the shotguns in this game a little bit stronger. Shotgun Delta. Street Sweeper. Street Sweeper back. Maybe. All right. See what they did to sniper rifles. Vanguard. Like the Vanguard ADS times got buffed. R98. Damage penalty removed. Hit the 3 line with a little bit of a buff, or a nerf, excuse me. Upper torso damage multiplier increased from 1.2. Okay. Sway decreases. ADS transition time decreased. This is a buff, right? Decreased because if the ADS time was 600, now it's 520, that's a buff. So it looks like sniper rifles, they've made a change to the Kar98, the 3 line, the Gorenko. It looks like the Kar98 for Vanguard and the Gorenko from Vanguard got a little bit of a ADS buff. Just pass through you, figure stuff out. See. So, all right. Well, I hope hope you find what you're looking for, Staller. All right. I guess welcome to the stream. Marksman rifles. M1 Garand. Lower extremities damage multiplier increase, so it gets hit with a little bit of a buff. These weapons, by the way, there's way too many on Fortune Keep, I think. And at least for me, they're not fun to use. M1 Garand be the new DMR? I don't know. Unless the like fire rate gets increased a lot, I feel like they're never going to let that happen again. Plus, if they don't release a cool M1 skin, rate of fire bonus decreased. So it looks like no. Damage range penalty increased. I'm not really sure what this means. Damage range penalty removed. And then damage range penalty increased to -30. So these two statements seem whatchamacallit. Seem contradictory, right? But I mean, it would not be the first time that somebody's gone through and not proofread these. Yeah, and Statler, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I hope you guys are as well. We're just moving through the patch notes, which actually I think we're making good time as far as when the update comes out at noon, and when we're going to finish this. So the Shadow Hunter, this is the Cold War bolt. They've increased the accuracy, and it looks like they've increased the accuracy on the Modern Warfare crossbow as well. Yeah, the shotguns look like they got a buff across the board, basically. Crossbow, Modern Warfare, bolt accuracy increase. So this got a buff as far as bolt velocity on the last patch, and everybody's been using them. I've seen them in TikToks all over the place. And now it's getting an accuracy buff. That should be fun. I don't know. I don't see enough people running around with crossbows. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe the crossbow hype's going to catch on, and it'll just be everybody will be running with those, thermite and whatever, the explosive rounds. All right, light machine guns. The Whitley from Vanguard. Gracie barrel. Looks like it's getting a horizontal recoil control increase. Oh, slight buff on this barrel. Rate of fire bonus decreased. Okay. Max damage. So it looks like it's getting maybe a little bit like stronger damage, a little bit less recoil. Rate of fire getting smacked a little bit. Or maybe it's just getting less, like with the barrels that do damage range, it's getting a little bit less accurate. Recoil control penalty decreased. Use center scalar increased. Not entirely sure what that is. Maybe that just means the NZ41. It looks like they, like, out of every gun in the game, they hit that one the hardest. What it looked like when we went over it, Statler. 303 British 45 round mags. Rate of fire bonus decreased. Well, I guess it looks like, I would say this is kind of a nerf. Because I don't think the recoil was that crazy on this. Maybe I'm wrong. Again, you mostly use the ground loot one. But it looks like the rate of fire, they're killing on several of these. They do a little bit more damage as far as here. But here they kill the rate of fire, and then they make it a little bit more accurate. I don't know that changes it too much. UGM8. Mauled 560 MMDA. There's a barrel for it. No, this is ammunition, right? Yeah. So the neck locational damage multiplier increased from 1.6 up from 1.3. Horizontal recoil now increased by 10%. I guess that's a buff. Yeah, overall. So the interest, like, the number one takeaway from a lot of these changes is this statement right here. It's time we take a pass at some of the major outliers so that Vanguard assault rifles are less likely to devolve into pinpoint accurate lasers. So the weapons that are easier to control, they want them to have some like damage reduction essentially. And the weapons that look like they're a little bit harder to control, they want those to be able to do a little bit more damage. And that, I think, overall is a good decision. Some of these decisions, like the shotguns here, get their pellet damage increased by 26%, seem, based off of things we've seen in the past, seem a little, I'm hesitant to say that that's a good change. But overall, I think most people would say, like, making the assault rifles not beams, or making the ones that are beams do less damage, I think is probably a good decision. Tactical rifles, Carve 2, which hasn't been touched in probably a long time. Cold War. Damage range increased. This gets a little bit of a buff. M16, max damage increased. Maybe M16's back. Pistols, pistol melee lunge distance. Hey, this is another good change. Not gonna be able to like stick like glue to people. So there's some changes so far that have made us, you know, handgun echo. I'll say this: we've looked for the code names for some of the other weapons that, you know, I'm not going to look for the handgun echo. If somebody knows it, you can feel free to say. But it looks like the handgun echo got buffed in Modern Warfare. Now, and the other nice thing about this patch so far is it looks like they've tried to balance things across 3 different games. And hey, thank you, Statler, for subbing, man. I appreciate it. It helps our community grow. And guys, if you're here and you're new, or if you're here and you're old, hitting the like helps the channel out as well. And it doesn't cost you anything to hit the like. All right, RATT Vanguard mid damage increased up to 28, increased to 28 up from 26. The Empress. This is what? This is the magazine, I guess. Rate of fire penalty decreased. This gets a little bit of a buff, looks like. Muzzle velocity penalty decreased. Damage range penalty decrease. The RATT from Vanguard, which is a pistol, looks like it's getting a little bit of an increase. But again, only if you're, I guess, the mid damage increase. So it's getting a buff overall. But not. I don't think many of us are running a loadout variant of the RATT. And we're turning down that call. We're putting our phone on silent. That seems like a good decision today. All right, moving through. All right, muzzles, vertical recoil boosters. So these are, again, vertical recoil control now decreased by 1.5%. Interesting change because I think the recoil booster does a lot of rate of fire on stuff as well. So now you'll be getting, I guess, an extra. Hard for me to tell now if this is a good or bad. I think that's got to be good. Again, it's weird how sometimes they say decreased and it's a good thing, where it is here. Sometimes it's a bad thing. All right. Underbarrels bayonet movement speed now increased by 1% for all the Vanguard bayonet users out there. Carver foregrip vertical recoil control decreased by 7%, down from 9. So the Carver foregrip gets a little bit of a nerf. M1930 strafe angled horizontal recoil, so about the same for both of these. Look at the Arnold Schwarzenegger skin in the game. Looks like we will do a 5.8 gigabyte update. Looks like all of you PlayStation and Xbox users have a little bit smaller update. All right. So that's the patch notes. We got 5 minutes before we start. So I'll just, again, go to my favorite things. I'm excited for titanium trials is what they're calling it now. They've got these cool, I mean, I guess kind of cool. This is probably as close as we're going to get to a ranked mode in Warzone, where for the iron trials, if you get a top 10 finish, you'll get this. If you win, you'll get this. If you win twice, you'll get this. Win 3 times, you'll get one of these. And I guess it just builds. When you get to 20, you get this, which is kind of cool that they have at least something for, you know, winning what's supposed to be the hard game. I'm also really excited for Zombie Rebirth coming back. I liked the zombie mode when it first dropped. This seems like they've tried to make changes to make it more chaotic. This is either going to be like an absolute clusterfuck, which can be a lot of fun, or it'll be horrible. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking this is going to be pretty good. I will say this. I will say this just like as an afterthought. But if they're going to do Terminator, and specifically if they're going to do Terminator 2, motorcycles need to make a comeback, right? Like I don't think you can have Terminator 2 and have Schwarzenegger and what's his name? Patrick something. if they're going to do that, you basically, like, if you don't put the motorcycles back in, I mean, what are you doing? You know? That doesn't make a lot of sense. But maybe that's also why the shotguns are getting buffed. Because if you're going to run around looking like Arnold, I mean, you need a shotgun on your hip. So those are the ones that none of this, I think, really excited me. Outside of radar jammers getting reduced drop rates, I don't think any of these really excited me. The SUVs, the armored ones, are getting a nitro boost. Outside of that, and the NZ41 getting buffed, we've got, again, this new gun. It's an assault rifle. And then just overall, the assault rifles getting nerfed. That seems pretty cool. We're going to blow this back up to the bigger screen here. Yeah. I'll readjust the camera so that I don't have to slouch. There we go. Outside, and then we'll just wait for the update. Outside of that, I'm not. I don't know. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful this is going to be a good update. I think they did a really good job on the last one. If you haven't played in a while, I think it's worth revisiting. The Fortunes Keep map's pretty good. It reminds me of Verdansk a little bit in that it's a lot of like house to house fighting or building to building fighting. But you know, and they don't have to do a lot. They don't have to do a lot to get a good update because they've put out so many like really bad updates in a row for so long. If they hit a little bit, there's like 3 good things and 1 bad thing. I think most people will be pretty happy. Most people will be pretty happy. Trying to think of what else we got going on. Still some dead time here as we got. It'll probably, they say the update comes out at noon. It'll probably be like 12:02 or 12:03 before the update actually starts updating. That's typically how these things go. At least for me. I think the PlayStation guys should have it. PlayStation guys should have been able to do it yesterday. Yeah, we will, as soon as we get updated, we'll get some games in. I think the first thing we're doing is the Zombie Rebirth. If we get enough guys, we'll, you know, play with people. I'm not sure exactly what that schedule's going to look like. I don't really play with my brother's friends, but I don't know if any of them will be available today, so we'll see. Or available early, at least. I guess. I don't know if anybody else has any questions, anything they want to say. Now's a good time. Now's a good time. Otherwise, I can just tell you about my day, or my yesterday. Which was, you know, not a bad day. It's supposed to be my first day off. I got called into work late, which kind of sucked. You know, it sucks when 3 other people back out of responsibilities. But it is what it is. I can vent about that a little bit. You know, my channel. Let's check for updates. There we go. We are updating now. So if the quality drops off a little bit, just know that that is because we're updating for no other reason. I guess in the meantime we something like Sporkle or something. I normally play chess during these periods of time. Maybe we can do that. Not an especially good player. That's kind of been the go-to for days like this. We'll just do like a couple 3-minute games while we wait for this update to go. And again, anybody who wants to talk about anything, I don't take this too seriously, so feel free to, you know, get your time in here. Get your time in here. Maybe this guy won't play because he's higher ranked. You don't want to potentially lose. That happens, I think, a lot. There we go. Boom. I think the next thing we do is we move here. That's my personal plan. Maybe not. Maybe we just do this. It's kind of a waste of a move. Check this out. I don't know if his plan is to just attack here, but we'll see. Now. Can't do that. All right, let's do that. I think this is a waste of move because he'll just block. Come back. We were defending this. Yeah. That's not a good move, is it? Do that. There we go. Took a little bit too long to make that move. Now we can do that. We can do that finally. Get him over. Do that. That's a bad move. That's a bad move. That's a bad move. Oh my. Oh, we can't move it. Super good move. He can't move it because he's in check. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. What's next? Do this. We'll see what horribleness comes from this. I think we're gonna win this. Although we've only got 43 seconds, so. This first. He takes, we take. Yeah, still feel good about all of this. Oh, 22 seconds. All right, we gotta think faster. Do it. Do that. What am? No, no, we're fine. Can't do that. Back. Oh, I'm ran out. That would have been a win. We're a little bit faster on the keys. All right. See how the update's doing. 16%. We're almost there. Again. That could have gone worse. Could have gone worse. Took too much time making moves. Try to be a little bit faster here. Get our pieces out. Actually, can we? Actually, I think this works. Oh. Maybe it doesn't work. Maybe I've screwed myself without knowing it. I do something crazy and just try to get this piece to move. Okay. Let's try that. Oh, we fucked this up, didn't we? It's not. Yeah, it totally did. No. There's no good way to do this. Okay. Oh, Nick. I don't know what we're doing. Throwing this one away. This is where we resign. Maybe we'll do puzzles. Maybe that's the better way to do this. Uh, yeah. Okay. I think of what we do here. I don't see anything. There it is. Oh. Duh. Duh, duh, duh. What do we do here? Makes sense. Not really seeing one here either. I think that was going to be it. Oh, obviously. Yeah, we're done. We're about 60%. 60%. Yes. What are we missing here? I don't get why that's. Oh, because you can't take it. Ah. Duh, duh, duh. No. What are we doing wrong here? Oh, you way to get there? We're at 87%. We'll go ahead and shut this down. Back to just over here. Be back up in a minute. And yeah, we got some dead air. Got some dead air. You know, we can browse. Let's not do that. Let's not browse Steam, but that's maybe for another day. And we're done. 20 minutes. It's not too bad. We'll let it reclaim some space. We'll get ready to start it, then update it, and then start it. And then we'll go for it. Thanks for the update. Thanks, first class. Yeah. Not a whole lot going on right now, but we will you know, for 20 minutes we've just been filling time waiting for this to update, but we'll be hopefully going strong soon here. How's your day going? Next time I think Sporkle is the way to go for the fill time portion when we're updating. But yeah, update I would say overall looks pretty good, but then you know, we'll see how it plays. You know, it wouldn't be the first time I've looked at an update and been like, a lot of this looks good, and then you get it in play, and it's like, why did they do all of this? Or what, they overpromise, and then it feels like they very like carelessly deliver. But we'll see. I'm optimistic after the last update that this one will be pretty good. It's got two modes I've always enjoyed: the Titanium Trials and the Zombie Resurgence coming back. So we can throw you guys back up on this while this loads for the last minute or so. But yeah, I tried to cut it all as one just because one of the things I want to do for the future going forward with like the live stuff I do is make it at least somewhat rewatchable. So if somebody wants the update, the patch notes, they can go in and check it out. If they want something else, they can watch the rest of it. But the kind words always mean a lot. Oh, we're getting close. I guess like I could hit play now, but I don't know, this game tends to run just kind of poor. So we'll give it all the time it needs for it to feel really good. Especially when it loads. I don't know why, but this game loading feels like one of the hardest things to do. Yeah, I'm excited. I'll tell you what, the thing is I'm excited for is a couple of the older guns, the Modern Warfare and the Cold War stuff got buffed. So, like, I think that those could be fun to use. It's we're launching it. So typically we'll have to launch and then relaunch. And it's very possible that the things will look a little bit choppy here in a second while this loads. That seems to happen a bit when we load this game. We'll see how it holds up today. Or if it'll load up at all. Work. There we go. We're in. It's about to tell me update requires restart, and then we'll go through this whole process again. Exciting stuff going on. I can show you guys what's going on my screen, I guess. Or what? Boom. There we go. Now we're in. We'll see how long it takes it to get this update and get going. Oh, God. Does this feel off center? Like, this feels like it's in the middle. This cancel button feels like it's off to the right. I don't think it infuriates me, but now that I've noticed, I can't unsee it. We got pitch black for a second. And then we'll be back in as soon as it's ready. This game could not move any slower sometimes. If it bumps us off, I'll be happy. We'll see. We'll see what happens. If it knocks us off, I'll just reboot the stream. Probably make a work call in between, and then be all right. It's loading. Again, we'll probably see, like, as soon as it loads, there'll be like some skips for the video quality, but then we'll be back up and rolling. Put you guys back on this screen. Currently showing nothing, which is terrifying. I'm just going to assume it's going to get better. You're watching along. Hopefully in a minute you guys will be able to see something. Okay. Let's do it. Pause installation. I don't give a shit about shaders. What did we say was going to be fun to use? Oh, wait, we're going Amax today. This. Modern Warfare. Pull the Amax out of the woodshed. Prolific. One. Got that. Boom. This reticle. Pose. $45. Go with the, what do I always go with? The tactical, I think, which isn't the right, not the right play, but I use or filter. Vanguard. Sure. Something like this. Make it work. For right now, it's probably not the right build, but we'll have some fun with it. Always happens whenever we load the first game. Some other weapons what we can do. We'll keep that. Go shotgun. Let's these, why not? Something like that. Let's see. Ugly, doesn't it? Like maybe just pulling this off is a better idea. This. Maybe that's the way to go. We'll play around with some stuff. We'll see what this shotgun update's all about. Oh, maybe we go Street Sweeper. Forgot all about that. Assume everything will probably load in by the time this game starts. Maybe there we go. It's getting a little bit nicer. All right. That guy's talking. We're not hearing it. No. We'll just mute there. We'll just mute them for now. This is cool. They want to go prison roof, all right? That's good. The amount of guys that are going to think they have amount of guys that will think they have this is the new gun. Unfortunate. All right, we got back. Nameplates. Nameplates something fierce. This does not feel very chaotic. First problem. So far, not chaotic. I thought this could be a lot better. Also, you don't get the Rebirth stuff? Unfortunate. Also, not enough people. Not enough people in this mode so far. Early thoughts. Oh, needed way more. Oh, unfortunate. Right? This is not as chaotic as I'd like this to be. Can I go out into the zone? Did I not get enough? What the fuck? Thank you. Oh, we're so screwed. We're so screwed. Yeah. This again, this mode could work with the right amount of players. This feels like too few players for this amount of... Oh my god. I'm gonna whip out the shotty. Get up. We're back. Oh no, Nick. Oh, coming back. Fuck. It's gonna be game over, right? Yeah, there it goes. Unfortunate. How we do? 11, 5,000 damage. Maybe if we don't go with it. Oh, that's dope. Cool. Cool ending. Cool ending. You know. Let's flip this. Can't remember what's the right one to do here. That. Something like that. One of those. What else can we mess around with? We need to try this out. Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't hate it. I definitely think it's probably could have been done better, but I don't know that I hate it. See if these guys got nice. Our teammate has a mic this time. Beginning of the game still looks kind of messed up. Go here. Oh, whoa. 3 swipes. 3 swipes, no armor breaks. Interesting. Oh yeah, I'm definitely not going down to there. There we go. We need 4 to come back. There we go. Got him. Not sure this is the right way to go about this, but whatever. Hell?
Bitch.
You know? Oh boy. Oh. He's back.
Oh, you weak bitch.
back. Need the plates. Oh, unfortunate. Fucking A, man. Oh, unfortunate. Do one more of these. We will wrap. So we can just do this really quick. As we're wrapping in, we'll record it, and then we'll hop off, and then we'll upload it. Just far away from everybody, right to here, and we'll go. YouTube, welcome to the channel. Today we're talking about the new game type released in Warzone Season 4. It is the Rebirth of the Dead. It is Rebirth Island with zombies. It is very similar to the zombie mode that dropped last Halloween. The biggest difference is that now there's an infestation bar, which basically, once you die, you become a zombie. You can get syringes to get yourself back in the game. And if you die as a zombie, then you are dead and have to be bought back. Now there is a new meter in the game where when players kill zombies, this meter fills up. When it gets to the top, everybody that is spectating returns as a zombie to make the match more chaotic. Remember, if you're new here, hit the like. Please remember, if you're new here, hit the like. Please subscribe. It helps our channel grow. Let's get it.
what the fuck I was doing at this second, man. Ah, what the fuck? What is this, bro? They become zombies and shit?
Yeah, I can buy you, man.
Alright, man. Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck you was talking, bro. What the fuck going on and shit?
Good.
Watch out, truffle butter, there's someone out there. Yeah, he's in that building. Still looking on that buyback.
You're welcome.
Good God.
I'm gonna land over there with freelance since you bought me back.
Well, you only have 15 seconds.
Oh.
You mother suckers.
Of course. Fucking course. See ya. am I missing? Am I under here? What the fuck? There's so many perks. I'm gonna get my load up. What are these I put in there? I forgot how much I loved this gun. Oh boy. Lay down, bitch. Lay the fuck down. Force main. He's using a Krieg again. Okay, so the boxes also now contain syringes. Okay. God dang. This gets no better for me. You have 4 syringes, you come back. Holy shit. Fuck. Back. incredible. How are there still guys left? This is so weird. So weird. Fuck, man. Oh, I could never find that kid. Very cool victory animation screen. I think that's going to do it for us today. Guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one. We'll see ya in the next one.